Hello friends, how are you all? I hope you all are doing fine. I am Priyabrat and I welcome you to a new video, and in this video we will explore find command in Linux. So it's a very useful command that you should learn, which you will be using most frequently. So basically the find command, what it does, like it searches for files in a directory hierarchically. So basically you can give some some pattern, and based on which we can search in a directory whether file present or not. So this is a very handy command, and in the future video we will be learning about xargs command. Basically the find and the other command can be used combined to do a lot of useful things, advanced things. But now in this video we will just focus on the find command. Okay, so the syntax is very simple. Find in which path you want to find and what you want to find. Okay, so basically we can give different options based on which we are searching for files in this particular path. Okay, so let's say by default if you don't specify what you want to search, it will list all the files in the current directory. Okay, so let's say find dot, if I type, right, so it will give the all the files in my current directory. So in this example I have created dummy files, and let me show you the directory structures. So we have three folders, 1 2 3, and within one we have subfolder 1.1, and 2 have 2.1, and 3 do not have any subfolder. And within 1.1 we have fastq file and gzip files, and 2.1 we have r1 and r2 kind of read1 and read2 kind of that format I have used. And third file contains a symbolic link file, which is s.fastq, which points to the a.fastq in this file. And you can see that a.fastq, that file is present in both 1.1 and 2.1. So this is dummy folder structures I have created, which we can use to we can explore that. Okay, so first command is like find dot. Dot means in the current directory. So what it will do, it will give me all these files, right? You see, first is my current directory, then within that you have folder 1, then within 1 you have 1.1, as and then it listed all the files. So what you are seeing here, it not only it will not list file but also the directory as well. So it will list all the files as well as directories within it. Okay, and we can give some explicit path as well. So for example, this is my working directory. So what I can, instead of dot, let me say that give me all, list all the files here. So uh, so basically I can say find here. Okay, so what it will do, it will list all the files present in this folder. So you can give dot for the current directory, or you can specify an explicit path as well. So find where. Okay, so now the first option that we will be using is hyphen n name. Okay, so that means we will be searching name wise. So I want to search in the current directory which file name is exactly a.fastq. Okay, so let's try that. So find dot minus name, and I give a.fastq. So it will give me the path, absolute path, not absolute, the relative path from this folder, how it is, right? But you see, the moment I give this path, in this path I will ask a.fastq. Okay, so okay, so my bad. So I have to keep minus name. See the difference now. You see what I mean to say. If I just replace this with dot, right, so it will use this path and then followed by all the path, right? But here, since I have given this path, and within this path how it is, so depending on what you give, it will, the output will vary. So here I have given an absolute path, that's why the output what I got is an absolute path. And here I gave a relative path, which is dot, so I get an relative path output. Okay, so now this is yeah, so minus name will do the exact match in the file. Okay, and at the same time we can give regular expression like star dot gz. Okay, so I want all the gz file. So star is like wildcard character, we can use that. But if you simply say dot gz, it will search for exact match, which is not present, right? So that's why dot dgz will not work. We have to give star dot gz. Okay, and we can give, let's say, find all the files which starts with a. So we can give, let's say, a star. So means a star. Okay, so now the most important thing here, you say that just important name will search the on means it will the pattern what it will match is against the file name. Suppose in this path as well a is present, right? It will not match, so it will explicitly look for the file name. Okay, we'll see like when we use regex is another option. So that is the difference between name and regex. Okay, but yeah, so a star will give us any files which starts with this thing. So let's say we want to find out all the read one file. So basically that starts with r1, right? That contains r1. So the pattern will be star in between r1, then star anything. So you see now I have got listed all the read one files in this the folder 2.1. Okay, and if I want to get r2 file, so you simply give the pattern r2, it will list the path of all the r2 files. All right. So yeah, so we have now saw the name, how can use this name as an option. So you can use I name for case sensitive search. Suppose I cannot have r2, it will not work here. But if I give I, so that means it will work because case insensitive search, simple. And you want to find an empty file, so directly in the give this directory or give me all empty files. So use this flag empty. So anyways, this is a dummy file, so all my files are empty, so that's why I have it shows all the files. Okay, so next option is called type. So basically we can search based on what kind of file it is. So for example, the first one is like give me only the directory, the so I can use the option called type D, means it will give me the directory only, not this thing. If you remember, if I by default it specify both directory and files, right? So if I just specify only give me the directory path, then it will give me type D. You have to give that option. And if you want to specify type F, means it will list all the regular files, and L will only give you the link, symbolic links. In this case, this was my symbolic link which points to s.fastq file is a link file. Basically it is linking to this file, so L option will give only the linking option. So now we can combine as well. So I want both F and L. F comma L means it will give me not only the files, regular files, but also it will list me the symbolic links as well. All right, so we can combine like this, and we can give multiple option as well. Not only that, this type should be a file as well as single link, and my name should be ending with star.gz. Okay, let's say first q. So you see, so these are the 5 files which are either regular file or a link, but they match with dot fastq. Okay, so that way we can combine the type option and name option together as well. So now let's another important option called regex. Okay, so now regex will match on the entire path. Okay, so that's an important thing. Okay, so this is a path, right? So this is a file name, but its path is here. So you want to search across path, not just file name. So you want to let's say list all the file from 1.1. Okay, so how can you do? So let's try that. So we give regex. Okay, and my file name contains the path should contain 1.1, but as I stated, match on the whole path, it will not search in between. So you have to give the entire path. So you say dot star means anything before, then in between 1.1, then anything after dot star. Okay, so then it will give me, it is matching this 1.1. So see, now it's not searching on a file, you remember. So I'm not giving the, so it is searching on the path. Anywhere in the path 1.1 is present, just give me this the list of files. This is very useful option. So minus name, type and regex. Okay. So we can use and or option, for example. Okay, so here in this example, or option, I'm saying either the name is a dot fast q or name is star dot gz, both either one you give. So let's try this. Okay, so find in this directory name. Okay, so if I give what is that, a dot fast q, so it gave me two path, and also I give hyphen o is equal to or either this or name will give what star dot gz. So you see, along with a dot fast q, all the gz files are listed over here. So that's why either this or, but the moment I type and, it will not work, because there is, we cannot say the name equal to a dot fast q and name equal to this thing. It will not work, right? So, but let's give another example. See, if I give a dot fast q, it giving me this two path, but I want to further restrict that also the path should be 1.1. So minus and then I use regex option instead, because I am searching on the path. So I say dot star anything before, then 1.1, then dot star anything after. So you see, now I got this option. So this way we can use and for hyphen a and hyphen o for or option. So now we can give not option. So directly you can either specify not like this. So basically anything other than a dot fast q will be indirectly you are saying that don't give me that, and anything except that you give me all the files. Okay, and next is max depth option. Basically you see this is the depth of search, right, how deep find is going. So you can restrict that. So let's say here I can say minus max depth equal to go up to depth number 2. So it is only returning, you see. Okay, so yeah, so max depth 2. So if I give max depth 3, it is now, you see, going to the third depth. Max depth 4 means it is further going to. So like that you can restrict the search to what depth you want. Okay, so you can give this parameter as well. And you can search files whose size is greater than 5 MB. So M is for MB, G is for GB, plus is like greater than, and minus is equal to less than. So that way there is an option called size option, which we can use to search bigger files like that. And also we can use this m time option, like when the file was modified. So you can give in the form of n24, means how many, in the multiple of 24 hours. So in this case m time -7 if you give means modified within the last 7 days. So those files you return. We can give multiple also, minus m time +1 and -7. So any files which is modified more than 1 day ago but not more than 7 days. So like that you can use this option to find the modified file names. Last very important one is exec. So now find, so far what we have seen, like it is searching in a directory and it is giving us all the files. So on those file, if you want to execute something, then you can use this exec command. Okay, so what it does, this is the same find command, like say find in this directory any file whose name starts like which is star.fastq file, and on those you execute this command, what, wc -l, and you give curly bracket open and close. So basically all the output will be dumped here. So whatever the files which pass these conditions, right, so those file will be one by one, it will go over here, and on that you are doing wc -l. And but you have to end the command using this semicolon, and end it. So let's say find okay, find in this directory, and I'm typing name, what is my name, let's say star.fastq. Okay, so these are the file, and here I want to calculate the size, number of word characters. So I say exec, this is execute. Which command you want to execute? wc -l on this file. Okay, and you end the command using the semicolon. So you see all the file are dummy file, that's why the size is 0, but if you have real file, then you will get the size. So this way you can, if you want to delete those file, you can simply Please don't do this because it will delete the file actually. Okay. I will try this here because let's see, it's now deleted. So if I type tree now, you see that those all this file under 1.1 a.fastq, b.fastq, everything is now deleted. So all the fastq files are now deleted. So this is a way we can use the execute command on the results as well. But there is alternate approach is there, that's called xargs. I will create separate video for that. We can use that as well for doing such kind of thing. Okay, but yeah, just I want to give you a flavor that there is something called exec options which we can use. Okay, so that's all I had in this video on find. So we saw a lot of important options like finding using name, finding using iname, then empty, then type dfl, multiple options we can give. We saw how to the difference between name and regex. Regex will search on the path, not only the file name. And we saw and or not options. We can use combine multiple options to find. And we saw max depth, min depth, and we can search based on the size of the file. We can search files based on when they are modified. And finally we saw execute on some action on those file which we got the results on. I hope this video was useful to you, and yeah, so it's an interesting concept and you can learn more about find in the manual as well by typing man and find. Yeah, I hope this video was useful, and yeah, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, you can subscribe, and please share among your network and support the channel. So thank you very much, and bye.